Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. I just want to say I'm so grateful that you're tuning into my YouTube, The Voice of Healing. It means the world to me. Today, I'm going to share about relationships, healings for relationships. I do many healings for people as couples, and we do all struggle. Life isn't easy, and we're going to, in order to have a good relationship, we're going to have our struggles because we have to communicate them. But sometimes we don't know how to get past that certain point, and we just need that little bit of help. And so we place it in God's hands. And some I hear some men have a hard time, even some women, with me saying the word God. And I just want you to know that when I say God, it's universal. It can be source, it can be the universe, it can be anything that you call your God. So this isn't anything that's religion based. It's all about love. God is love, and that you're receiving this love through the divine. I call the divine my God. So here's two examples of two couples that were healed. In one session, both couples went to two different places. One decided to go to the beach and just relax and be in the beach while she was listening. That brings her peace. So she was just going to be relaxing, receiving at the beach. And then where her husband went, she wasn't too sure. I think he went on a hike. And that's okay. You don't need to be laying down and having a healing session. Wherever you feel you're going to receive. Many times I take hikes just to receive information for myself. So that was beautiful that they both chose to do that. But then when they decided to listen to it together, they laid down in bed and they held hands and they listened. And a lot of it resonated to them. And I can't get too into it because it's very, very personal. But I do remember she said that she focused on her breathing and she had an incredible sense of peace during the entire hour of the healing. Um, what was interesting in that session is I do remember God taking them to a space and he had them look down. They were like on a mountain, a cliff. And he said, I want you to jump off that cliff. I want you to jump into that water. And it looked scary. It's like, this is really high. I don't know if I really want to jump into that water. And they decided that they would do it together. They held hands and they jumped into that water. And when they did, they came up and it was like they were renewed, they were restored. They felt like, oh, I'm taking a new fresh start with you. And it was exhilarating. They did it together. They had so much trust in one another that they held their hands and they did this, you know, jump, this leap of faith. What's interesting is the wife that was sitting at the beach, she said that when an hour was up, she felt that she had to go in the water. And she did. She went into the water and she immersed in it her entire body. And then when she listened to this, she's like, oh my gosh, I was doing the exact same thing. So she was cleansed and they were healed. And the words that came through for them were spot on with what they were going through. And they were able to forgive, to move forward, and know that however it was going to work from this point on, they knew that they were going to be okay and that they still loved each other no matter what happened. And that's the beautiful thing of that healing. So then I had another couple's healing, and in this couple, if you don't want to show pictures, um, this person says, wow, Deborah, words cannot express how grateful I am and to God for this miraculous healing for us both. It's incredible that just today, my left hip started acting up where it gets binded and I can't walk. You touched upon that and felt that major healing being lifted from my left buttocks. You mentioned 5 inches below my belly button, so much energy and heat being felt there. You said intestines, but I'm hoping it's a large fibroid. They're huge and they extend from my uterus, expanding from my belly. Um, so she was receiving that, and what was interesting, she knew when I was working in these areas that was for her. And then I had neck pain, and she said her husband has severe neck pain and has suffered for over 30 years. We are grateful that God healed this old injury for him. He's had left arm problems, just like you said that you felt it pop. and he broke his right elbow and wrist 2 years ago. You mentioned you felt pain and both of these areas were being worked on. So he was receiving something from even a prior injury so that he would get arthritis in it. And God knew by showing a prior injury that he also was showing her husband that I've been there. I've been with you through your journey in life. I've witnessed and seen everything. So, he suffered for 30 years with this neck pain, and God was God healed him of that. So they each knew which was who and what was receiving it because it was so profound and spot on. Um, but they said that they listened to the recording over and over and over again because it felt like having the healing over and over, like receiving it over and over again. And it says they've been struggling with major anxiety due to an old past emotion. But by listening to this, it's like taking the layers off slowly. I'm healing a little bit and then I heal some more and listen to it again. And each time they hear something different than they heard from before. And they're able to release as they listen together, um, one step at a time. Because healing is a process and sometimes it's going to take longer. But I love that they listen to the recording knowing, okay, we got this, we can do this together. And it says it seems to have she seems to have been taken in this pain of his for over 30 years, but we have been freed of this, and our future is now bright and light. I felt your love, and I love you for taking on our pain and transforming it so we can be free again. Sending so much love and light back to you. This was a wonderful experience. They got their life back on track. They not only healed physically, they healed emotionally with what they were struggling with individually and as a couple. And then they grew spiritually, feeling this love, God's love. And now to say that they're freed from something that they've been holding on to and dealing with for over 30 years, both of them, and it's life transforming and that they're free again, they have a new beginning. And with that new beginning, who knows what can come from that. I just found that just so beautiful. So this is just a quick um, session that I'm talking about today because I want people to know that I do family sessions, I do group sessions, but I do relationships as well. And so I wanted to share just a couple, just to give you a little taste of it. But know that if you have any questions and you're wondering if you could benefit from a couple's healing, reach out to us. Email us at www, or you can go to my website, sorry, www.goldenmiracles.com. My email is goldenmiracles@cox.net. I always want to put that www there, but there's no need. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining in, for listening to me. And, I wish you all the best, healthy and prosperous and worry, anxiety free, like that couple, and that you are enjoying life. So with that, have a blessed day and know that you are so loved, and I love you too. Till we meet again.